Hello, beautiful seekers. Welcome to your 2022 predictions. It's such a beautiful time. It's holiday, though this time during the entire year it felt like holiday because everyone's at home and everyone's working from home. But still, there's a certain amount of excitement during this time of the year. Few days to go for the new year to start. And personally for me, 2021 has been a challenging year. And so I really hope that 2022 brings us a lot of joy. And I think that is coming because 2021 was number 5, right? If 2021 adds up to a 5. So this was a year of change, a year of a lot of things shifting. Yes, the age of Aquarius, as we said. And if I was thinking that the year is going to be great for Aquarius, well, it hasn't been for me, and I am an Aquarian. But we hope that 2022 is going to be a wonderful year. That's the year, that's the number 6, which is the Lovers. It's all about love. And things, I guess, a little less radical than it has been this year. All right. For those of you who've been watching my zodiac predictions, this is going to be along those lines. Only thing, it is not as per zodiac sign. All right, as you can see, I've got 6 piles here and they are pre-shuffled just so that I could increase the number of piles. If I had to shuffle here, it would be a very long reading and I'd have to reduce the piles to 3 or maximum 4. And I wanted you to have a larger range to pick up from. So I have shuffled and pre-shuffled the cards, and there are 6 groups here. And I'll be touching briefly upon the overview for the year, followed by the general outlook, your love and romance, health. Yes, I usually don't do health, but just because it's for the whole year, I've just touched upon it with 1 card. So basically, I have 1 oracle and 1 tarot for each area. All right, so we have love and relationships, as I said, and then health, then career and finances, spiritual growth. And last, a message or advice from your angels and ancestors and your spirit guides. All right. So I'm going to introduce you to the piles now, and you can either pause after I'm done with showing you the piles, or you can straight away make your pick, and you can take more than 1 pile, whatever. That's the same as it goes every single time with the pick a pile reading. Whichever card you're drawn to, that is your pile. All right. So now the cards that I've used for you to choose the pile are also going to be incorporated into the reading. All right. Because they have been an intent has been set before giving these cards to you. So pile number 1, we begin with Pearl, which says connect to the divine. I love this deck. It's so beautiful. Pile number 2 is Gold, attract abundance. Pile number 3 is Rainbow, connect to spirit in nature. Pile number 4 is Brown, establish boundaries. Pile number 5 is Aqua, which says experience peace and calm. And last but not the least is Silver, which says be persistent. So take a deep breath and relax, and whichever pile you are instinctively drawn to, that is your pile. All right, you can, as I said earlier, choose more than 1 pile. All right, and take all these readings with a pinch of salt, because it is not going to resonate with everyone. It's not going to be exactly this way. And if there is something that you don't like, you have the power to change it. This is not, nothing is set in stone. And what is said here is, first of all, is for entertainment purposes. It just gives you a sort of guidance so that if there is something in which you need to show your prudence, you can. All right. This is not black and white, that if this is said here on this channel, this is exactly what's going to happen exactly this way. All right, it's just giving you a guidance. This is how it could be and what changes you can make to make your 2022 beautiful prosperous, peaceful, and happy. All right. So without further delay, we'll start with pile number 1. You'll have to give me a bit of time because this is a new setting. It's a temporary setting. I'm doing this reading at night away from the rest of the family. So this is the only table I found. So I'm going to take some time moving these cards. All right. This is 4, 3, 2. All right. Thank you for your patience. For those of you who've chosen pile number 1, the Pearl card, which says connect to the divine. All right, so I have a feeling that 2022 will see you getting more in touch with your spirituality, and possibly you will discover psychic gifts, and you will be very connected, very tapped in this year. So you will be a lot more intuitive, and maybe your decisions, if you have been logical so far, you'll find yourself relying on your heart, on your intuition a little more, all right, on that gut feeling a little more. I'm keeping this card here. And let us begin. Yes. The overarching energy for 2022 for you, pile number 1, is adjustments are required with the 3rd quarter moon. And along with this, we are using the different oracle cards. I'll put them in the description box, and the tarot we are using for you is Mystic Monday. All right, and it says 7 of Cups. Right now I'm just laying down your cards. I'll explain it to you once I'm done. All right, your general outlook, you get Eagle, triumph over troubles, obstacles. It's a lovely card to get. This is a scary deck, as I always say. And along with that, you get the wonderful Ace of Wands, new beginnings, wonderful in creativity. Now for your romance, love and romance, you get love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And with that, you get the Hierophant. Wow, this looks good. This looks good. For your health, you get shift your money mindset. All right. I'll come to that. And the Devil. Oh, okay. Now that makes sense. I was wondering why this card came in your health reading, but now it makes perfect sense. All right. For your career and finances, you get the Philosopher's Stone. Wow. Powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. And with that, you get the Knight of Swords. All right. For your spiritual growth, is this all coming in? Yes. You get Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. And the 9 of Pentacles. I'm just loving this reading for you, pile number 1. Where is it? Okay. And this is I'll look at the end, because this is your advice from your angel ancestors and spirit guide. Let me first explain this to you after taking a sip of tea. All right. The overarching energy for the year of 2022 for you is that adjustments are required. So right in the beginning, with your connect to the divine card, what you're being asked to do is that in every aspect of your life, okay, whether it's, if you're looking at the whole year, as one particular thing, or if you're looking at it individually in different areas of your life, you're being asked to compromise, to do your bit wholeheartedly, set your intentions, speak out loud write your intentions down. If you're the kind of person who writes it down, tell the universe what you want, put in your effort, and then co-create with spirit. All right. So you do that, and you don't stick to your outcomes. Don't be stubborn about your outcomes. All right. It's no judgment out here. I am the last person who will judge, because I am the kind of person who wants, I am a fixed sign, and I like, I expect things to work out plus minus 10% of what I want, but it doesn't work that way. And I've learned it the hard way. All right. So this is what you're being asked to do, that this year you are supposed to adjust and compromise a bit. So if you have your intentions clear in your mind, that is wonderful. If you've got a certain path that you've made ahead of you, and this you expect it's going to work this way, the only thing you can be certain about is what you do. What finally comes out of it is not in your hands, and you're being asked to be open about it. And the universe will give you much more than what you want. So, sometimes it happens that, if, for example, it's just an example, if you're in a relationship and there's one person you're set on, that I want this person only. And in a reading, you hear things that, the universe has your back, and you will get better than what you asked for. And you are of that stubborn mindset. No, I don't want better than this. I want the same person. It doesn't work that way, because you can see only what you can see, but the divine can see far beyond. So what you might be able to see, immediately how you feel and what your dreams are, but maybe that's not how it is. And you can't foresee what would go wrong in the future. So it's basically God's protection. So this year of 2022, it's going to be, you will have this intuitive, whenever you take this decision, you'll be really tapped in, as I said. So it will be your intuition that takes you forward, and you yourself will realize that you need to let the, sticking to the outcome that you wanted this way, you need to let that go. All right. And along with that, you get such a beautiful card, which is Seven of Cups. So you are going to get a lot of options, and maybe you're set on one option, and maybe spirit tells you, this is what is going to be better for you. And you're just being asked to just follow your intuition and take that leap of faith. All right. And it's going to give you great results. For the general outlook, you get this beautiful combination. One says triumph over troubles, obstacles, and the other says Ace of Wands. I believe that pile number 1, you may be the creative pile, all right? All the artists and writers and people who are really creative in different areas of their life. It could be that, or it could be that you are whatever, even if you're in a business, or even if you are a scientist. When you talk about Ace of Wands, yes, you talk about passion, but you talk about creativity, and you can have innovative ideas. So it could be any area, but I just felt, usually when I see the Ace of Wands, I think of all those, creative endeavors that people have, creative fields, but it can be applied to any field, actually, come to think of it. So if you are feeling, and this is especially now for any of you who are, who have reached, say, a block in this year, or you felt that your creativity is not at its best, and that you're getting the same kind of ideas, there's nothing new coming in, and this is going to change. Okay? You are going to get that wonderful spark, that wonderful inspiration. Maybe there's something holding you back, and because that is cleared out from your mind, now you can pour in all your energy into your work or into your passion, and that is going to take you to new heights. All right, you're going to be really happy with the way things start moving this year for you. Now for your love and romance, you get love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, and with that you get the Hierophant. So if there is someone in your life already, this is for people who are partnered and those who are already in marriages, it just says that you know, okay, let's break into bits. For those who are single, you do you. You keep doing whatever you're doing, whichever, you know, if there is someone on your mind, chances are that with this Hierophant here, your relationship will go to the next level, all right? So if you're just at the dating phase, maybe, and you feel that you're very interested, maybe that person is interested and wants to take the commitment ahead, maybe, you know, an engagement, or you just get to, you know, they take you to meet their family or something like that, all right? If you are already in a partnership, they may ask you, you know, you might get that proposal, or you may feel that you'd like to give the proposal to someone on your mind. If you're in a marriage already, and this especially goes for that, though it is applicable to everybody, but especially for those who are already in a marriage or are in a situation where you feel you're getting breadcrumbs in return, you're being asked to not give up your individuality in a relationship, all right? What we tend to do is, when we fall in love, we feel that we should prioritize the other person. We put them on a pedestal more often than not. And usually it's a mutual thing. But sometimes one person, possibly the one who's more empathic, or the one who's more emotional, or the one who has had codependent tendencies, tends to put the other person on a pedestal, or tends to put their requirements, you know, as secondary or as not important. And this is what Spirit is asking you to guard against this year. You are just as important as the other person in the relationship, and your love has to begin with you. So whether you're single, or in a partnership, or in a committed relationship, or in a marriage, if you want this relationship to be healthy and to be long-lasting and to be fulfilling, you have to learn to love yourself first. And this is a very solid message that's coming to you, pile number 1. All right. And when you start pouring in that love to yourself, you will find that your connection moves forward with this Hierophant out here. All right. For those who are single also, it could be that you may meet this special person. If there's no one on your mind, you might meet this special person at a place of worship, or at an institution, or any of, you know, and that institution could be anything from colleges to say a courtroom, anywhere. Any of the traditional institutions or at places of worship is where you will bump into your special person. Okay. So this is for the singles out there. And for those who are in a committed relationship, or who are in a partnership, will take it to the next level. Those who are in a marriage already possibly would like to have children. But either ways, the bottom line here is love yourself first. Only then can you make a solid and healthy relationship. All right. Now, coming to your health. Now, when I got this card here, highlight, which says shift your money mindset, I was wondering why you got this in a health reading. And then this followed, the devil. Spirit does have their own way of letting us know. The devil is Capricorn energy, and the devil in this card, along with this money mindset, is telling you about some sort of addiction. Now, addiction doesn't necessarily have to be substance abuse. Addiction can be to food. Addiction can be to games. Addiction can be to anything. But with this card here, it is about your relationship with money. All right. A lot of you can be Capricorns here who've chosen this pile, who are one of the most hardworking in the zodiac. They really put in everything towards their work, and it's very important for them to have enough resources, material resources. All right. And it's not as though they want it without putting in effort. They're very diligent. Obviously, they are the children of Saturn. They would be. But in this case, for pile number 1, and you will know whether it resonates with you or not. If you have either a lack mindset and you feel that you don't have enough, and so your focus is entirely on money, wherein you put your own health at risk by not resting enough, by wanting to stay up extra hours, so having a lot of caffeine to stay up, or overworking, taking every extra, not giving yourself a holiday, on holidays taking a side hustle and not resting. This is what you're being asked to look into. All right, shift your money mindset. There is enough for everybody. You need to feel abundant. You need to be grateful for what you have. And you need to take care of yourself every step of the way. This love yourself first is not just about relationships. It goes, it is a basic learning. I mean, it's something basic which will, there's no point coming to a reading looking for A, B, C, or D if you do not love yourself first. That's what I want to say. Because abundance comes to those who allow abundance to come in. All right, you should feel worthy of the abundance that's coming into you. You should feel worthy. And how do you feel worthy? If you just don't take care of yourself, if you just putting yourself through the ringer, how are you being kind to yourself? And if you don't think you are worthy, why should that abundance come to you? All right. So this is where you need to shift your focus, because if you don't, you will reach burnout. This devil energies talks about addiction. And because of this money mindset, some of you are workaholics. Some of you are into gambling. Okay. And whatever you're doing at the cost of your health. And before the tower moment happens, and you regret it in a big way, you're being asked to just slow down a bit. You can say these affirmations to yourself that I am abundant. Abundance flows to me and through me. You can say these affirmations to yourself, all right, and slow down a bit. And if it is a major issue, say with gambling, or if you're too addicted to caffeine, you might like help of, speak to someone you trust and just get out of this mindset. Pile number 1. All right. For your career and finances, here I'm giving you further assurance that you've got enough, because you get this beautiful philosopher's stone here, which says powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. And what does this mean? This means that you can have anything that you want. So all that abundance that you want will come to you, that and more. But you need to take care of yourself. And with the Knight of Swords here, you are going to be, this may be something that you can tone down a bit. The Knight of Swords is a knight who just rushes forward with the truth without checking that it's the whole truth or not. It may be the truth of the moment, but it's not like the King of Swords. All right. So this is what you need to just keep in mind, that at your place of work, you check everything and double check it before you go and open your mouth anywhere. All right. And whatever you think, again, Swords is a thinking card. All right. This is air signs here. Sword is thinking energy. So whatever you think, you can manifest. So keep your thoughts positive. Whatever you want, you can get if you keep your thoughts positive, if you let go of outcomes, and if you co-create with spirit. All right. And also, very important, love yourself first. Know that you're worthy of the abundance that you are looking for. All right, for your spiritual growth, you get such a beautiful card. The Nine of Pentacles is again, there are a lot of earth signs watching this, okay, with this Capricorn here and now 9 of Pentacles. You must be Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, mostly Virgo and Capricorns here. When you come into this place where you have manifested a lot of material abundance and you are in a very good space, most of you may be single as well, or when you are focusing on your work and everything, through all that is happening on your work front, and while you're at it, you will be shown the need, you know, this particular thing that I was telling you, that once you're taking care of your, oh wow, you have Taurus as well. Sorry to interrupt. This Hierophant is Taurus energy again, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it is Taurus. So you've got all earth signs here, okay, apart from this air. So this is further confirmation with Panther Spirit saying reclaim your power. And 9 of Pentacles is someone who is standing tall, abundant in themselves, who doesn't need anyone to take care of them because they have enough and more. They know their worth and people watch them, okay? 9 of Pentacles is halfway point, perhaps, or the step just before the Empress energy, all right? So what you're being asked, see, this is where you are going to get in touch with your spirituality. When you let go of outcomes and you put in effort, only after you give yourself that worth, self-worth, self-respect, self-care, once you give yourself all of that, you will find how and you change that money mindset of yours from lack mentality, from your poverty consciousness. Know that you're abundant. Take care of yourself. And you're going to get this wonderful creative spark, which is going to actually see you going places. All right, pile number 1, those who chose the pearl, you are going to, and when that happens, it will further strengthen your connection to the divine. All right, when you actually co-create with spirit, when you do your work and then you say, this is what I want, universe, but I leave it to you because you know what I need the most. And I know that you'll always have my back. You say that and you genuinely say that. Initially, it might sound fake. It's okay. But you keep saying it, you reiterate it, and you actually believe that you are abundant. Say it if you have to. Affirm to yourself, I am an abundant being. Abundance flows to me and through me. You keep saying that to yourself and you find that you know, whatever blocks will be removed and you will actually move ahead positively, and you will be so abundant that you will be able to reclaim your power and your trust in your intuition will be strengthened. This, I told you in the beginning of the reading, that you're going to be really tapped in 2022, my pile number 1s, all right? And now, last but not the least, we're going to take out the message from your angel ancestors and spirit guides. Wow, I just love it when spirit does this, all right? Trust, you get Father's guide, trust in the unknown. What did I just say? Do your bit and leave the outcome, all right? And just trust. And you do that and no one is going to, you just get out of this devil energy. You don't need to be here. You're going to get much, much more than you can even fathom, all right? And along with that, look, I don't believe this. I haven't seen the cards. I don't see the cards when I shuffle them because if you've been following me for some time, I only take face down cards. I don't look at the cards at all right? Just look at this. This is brilliant. Give me a moment. You get the Wheel of Fortune, pile number 1. Just look at this. Luck is on your side. This is on your side and this is fated, okay? This is fated. You are going to come into a whole lot of abundance. You are going to come into a whole lot of prosperity. All your obstacles are going to go, but it has to begin with self-love. all right? Whether it's romance or it's your work, your spirituality, everything is looking lovely, provided you take care of yourself, you know your worth. If you need to heal, this is the time to do it. You still have time. And healing is a continuous process. You don't do it for 5 days and forget it for 1 year. No, it's a continuous process. Whenever you feel low, take that time out. Give yourself some time in the day in complete silence to just, you know, center yourself and affirm to yourself every single day that you are abundant, and just look what's coming to you. Trust in the universe, and the universe will never ever let you down. All right, having said that, pile number 1, wish you an amazing 2022. And as the year progresses, come back to this reading, see it again. And if it does resonate with you, and if you see things are actually working out, please do let me know in the comments, because it makes me very happy. All right. So that's all I have for you. Have a wonderful 2022, and see you next month with your monthly predictions. All right. So that's all I have for you. And we shall move to pile number 2. Lovely reading. Pile number 2. Those of you who've chosen gold, which is attract abundance. The last pile was all about the pile says pearl, connect to the divine, but it was all about abundance. So let's see, when you say abundance, what is this going to be about? All right, keeping your card here. As I told you earlier, either your cards are pre-shuffled. All your oracle cards, I will link it in the description box. I'll mention them, and for your reference, in case you're interested. But your tarot, I will be using the original Rider-Waite. All right, I'll read out the cards and place them here, and once I'm done, I will explain them to you. All right, so we begin with the overarching energy for 2022, and you get full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. All right, and along with that, the tarot card you get is 2 of Wands. All right, there we are. For a gentle outlook, you get Staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times. Now that's a relief. That's a lovely card to get. I'll keep that here. Okay, and what do you get with it? You get the beautiful Queen of Cups. Oh wow, this wonderful energy. For your love and romance, you get heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And along with that, you get the Knight of Wands in reverse. Sorry, not the Knight, the 6 of Wands in reverse. Where am I? For your health, you get Pink Opal. Be kind to yourself. And with that, you get the World. Wow. For your career and finances, you get healing. True healing of mind, body, and soul. Okay. And the 8 of Wands. All right. For your spiritual growth, you get Wolf Spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. And with that, you get the Queen of Wands. Wow, nice. All cards are wonderful here as well. This is the message from your angel ancestors and spirit guides, and I shall look at this at the end of the reading. All right. So, pile number 2. You get gold, attract abundance. Now, abundance doesn't necessarily have to be only financially. When you talk about abundance, it could be in love, it could be in so many other things, spiritual knowledge, knowledge in itself, wisdom, in so many ways, all right? But this is the theme of this year for you, that you are going to be on manifestation mode. You are going to attract abundance. All right. And for that, what do you need to do? So the overarching energy for you to attract abundance begins with, it's time to release negativity. All right. It's possible that you've been through a lot of difficult moments in the past year. All right. I'll be when I say past year, I'm meaning 2021. I'm recording this at the end of 2021. So when I say past year, it doesn't mean 2020. I'm just talking about 2021. So there's been something that's happened this year, or even it could even be from before or even childhood, but there's something that is stuck to you which stops you from reaching your full potential. All right. Now, if you want to attract abundance in any area of your life, you need to iron out all the blocks. You need to unblock yourself in whichever area it is. And this particular year, as I said in the introduction, has been very difficult for me. The energies have been such that it's been difficult for everyone. 2021 was all about change. All right. And change doesn't come easy. It may end up giving us a lot of happiness, if you're lucky. But it takes some time before all of that comes. And while we are in the process, it definitely isn't beautiful and it isn't easy. All right. So, and depending on our childhood experiences and how we are and how many times we've been hurt before, we tend to have blocks. And we tend to, despite our best intentions, hold on to some sort of negativity which holds us back, which doesn't let us move ahead. All right. And this blocks our abundance and we don't recognize it. This year, you are being called to recognize it. Do your inner child healing and get in touch with all those things that you love doing. All right. And whenever that noise comes screaming at you, don't do this, it's going to be wrong. If it's a nice loud voice, it means it's not your intuition, it's your ego, it's fear-based thinking. Just let it go. And with this Two of Wands here, this talks about a person who's got the world in his hands. He can conquer the world. He wants to conquer the world. But with this card here, he's holding himself back. And you are being asked, pile number 2, to attract that abundance that you need, that you want, in whichever area of your life it is. You need to step out of your comfort zone. And that begins with releasing negativity. All right. Forgive. You may not have received closure in a situation. Maybe you fought with someone. Maybe it's a family. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it's a love interest. It's okay. And maybe they didn't come back with their side. Maybe you were the one who was wronged. Or maybe you have wronged somebody and you want to apologize, but the person doesn't want to see you again. It's okay. Make peace within yourself. Let it go. Do not forget, because there are lessons from everything. But forgive, and genuinely forgive, and let it go. And if it comes back again, you know, because it's not as though we are like robots that we've forgiven and we've put it aside and we'll never think about it again. No, when things happen, especially when retrograde happen, these themes come back up. Doesn't matter. Sit with it for some time and again let it go. In time, it would have gone and it wouldn't hurt you so much. And it wouldn't stop you and hold you back from the things that you like to do. So this is the overarching energy for your 2022. And this will be an ongoing theme for you. So from time to time, when these uncomfortable emotions come to you, either sit in silence, meditate, and you will find answers. Or talk to someone you trust. See a therapist if you need to. But get it out of your system. All right, this life is beautiful. Despite its ups and downs, it is beautiful. And to be able to enjoy it to the fullest, we need to be free of baggage. And if I'm speaking to you so confidently, and if you think that I have no baggage, it's incorrect. I do. And I meditate. And there are times when, despite my best efforts, I don't meditate, you know. It just doesn't happen because there's so many other things, and we are all guilty of not giving ourselves priority. Despite our best efforts, there will be time that we put someone or something or some other work before us. But the main thing here is that you should keep trying to get back on track. All right, as long as you don't give up and you just don't, you know, say that this is not working out, I'll try something else. No. If there is something that you really want, go for it. Release the negativity and go for it. Step out of your comfort zone. Now, your general outlook for the year will be, see, this is so beautiful. Step out of your comfort zone, and this is the message that you get. You will be taken care of in difficult times, all right? And along with that, you get this Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is nurturing energy. It's beautiful energy. It's a very mothering, nurturing energy. It is the card of Cancer, all right? And in this case, you're being told that whatever it is that has been holding you back, that has filled you with bitterness, that's filled you with sorrow, that's filled you with fear, let it go. Move ahead and you will be taken care of. The universe has your back. All right, whether it's in the form of your soul tribe, whether it's in the form of your friends, your parents, your loved ones, a stranger, someone, but you were always protected. And this is what you're being given, a guarantee for 2022, that you are going to be taken care of. Pile number 2. So if you have to move forward, just do it. Don't let anything stop you. For love and romance, you have a very interesting combination. The romance angels say heart-to-heart conversation, honestly discuss your feelings with each other, and the tarot you get is the beautiful 6 of Wands in reverse. Now, 6 of Wands is someone, you usually talk about it as the victory card, but it is also the card of public recognition, victory, but it's also the card of ego. And this is what is coming to you, all right? For those who have someone on their mind, all right, either you are in a relationship with them, or if there's someone who's showing their interest in you, or you are interested in someone, but you don't know how it's going to happen, or you have your own insecurities, or with this, it's time to release negativity. You know, there is something, you've had a bad deal before, and you don't want to be the one who's hurt again, or, you know, you want to save face, say. Or if you're in a relationship, even if it's beginning stages of a relationship or a proper commitment, or if it's in a marriage, immaterial. Very important is to keep your ego out of the situation and to communicate clearly. Communicate with love. Communicate with your ego in your pocket. All right? Why do I say this? You know, there are so many potential romances. There's so much. We create unnecessary agony in relationships. And it's just not required. It really is not required. If we can have a happy life together, just because we fear being let down, just because we fear that someone will snub us, we don't let our feelings known. So for those singles out there who've got someone in their mind, you are crushing on someone, and you have this feeling they may like, you know, usually when you get this gut feeling whether someone's also into you or not. But yes, we're not sure. And then the fear takes over. When the ego takes over, you will not do anything because it keeps telling you, don't do it. Otherwise, you know, you'll be embarrassed. And because of this fear of embarrassment, so many of us just keep our feelings within and we just miss out great opportunities. So for the singles out there, if there is someone you're crushing on, or if you feel there is someone who's, you know, giving you signals and you're just not allowing them in because of whatever you've had past issues, you're being asked to just keep your ego aside, keep your fear aside, keep your baggage aside, and just begin with trying to know the other person. Converse. If after the conversation is over, you feel, no, this person is not for me, it's not working, it's fine. But at least give yourself and them a chance, all right? And you're going to get enough of it. But you need to do this, all right? If you want a happy relationship, if you want a partner in your life, if you want a companion. It could also be in your friendships. It could be in any kind of relationship, even at work. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. just keep your ego aside when you're dealing with people, because that reduces a whole lot of complications. All right. For those who are already partnered, or those who have been in partnerships and who are separated now for some reason, who are in no contact because of an ego issue, go ahead and speak. You know what can happen? As it is, you're in no contact. If you speak, it'll be a firm ending of a relationship. That's fine. At least then you can heal and move on. This way, neither do you move elsewhere, nor do you move forward here. So you're just stuck. All right. So it's better to just go and speak to the other person. See, finally, when you talk about relationships, no matter what kind of relationship they are, as I said, whether it's friendship or it's family or it's someone at the work front, or it is your love interest, the fact is there is some feeling there. There's some emotion. That's why there's a relationship, right? So if you want a relationship to blossom, the least you can do is to let your guard down and have one decent discussion wherein you bear everything, or at least almost everything, and they do the same thing, right? Otherwise, how do you expect to move forward in your relationship? So this is your message in your love and romance, all right? My throat's getting dry. All right, now pile number 2. What do you have in your health sector? And you get be kind to yourself, and you get the world. The world is a nice card to get because it means that you, whatever you've been going through, it's going to come on full circle, and you're going to make a recovery from it. All right. You are going to recover from whatever it is that's been plaguing you. All right. So that is good news. So if you've been undergoing some treatment of some kind or something like that, you will find that your health will improve. All right. You may even like to look at alternate medicine. And in this case, with this card, what I can see is that whatever you are suffering from is possibly because you're overworked. And that's why you get this card. Be kind to yourself. All right. If you're those kind of people who, you know, whether you are at home or you are at work or whichever place, you feel unless you put yourself out there, and if you aren't on your feet working and working hard, you feel you've not done your bit. And maybe you have reached the stage where you've been suffering for a while because you haven't given your time, yourself that time to rest and recuperate. So be kind to yourself. Everything begins with being kind to yourself. All right. Even when I tell you to heal, it is to be kind to yourself. And your life is going to be so much better by, wouldn't you be kind to the person, anyone who comes into your life? If you're supposed to be kind to them or mean to them, what would you do? You'd be kind to them, right? Then why don't you extend the same courtesy to yourself? You will find that you recover faster if you actually give yourself that love, give yourself the kindness which you would show someone you truly love. So let that self-love begin with you. But the prognosis or whatever it is, if there's something niggling you, anything, it's going to be fine. But you need to be kind to yourself for that. All right. For your career and finances, you get healing. Healing of the mind, body and souls. Here, this is further telling me that you, like pile number 1. Pile number 1 was overworking. They were really, really hard. All right. Now with this world card, I get the fixed signs. Leo, Taurus, Aquarius and Scorpio energy. All right. But it doesn't have to be. It could be any sign. Basically, what you're doing is you're being asked to heal yourself from this negativity. So there's something that's plaguing your mind. It's taking a toll on you. And to avoid this discomfort which is there in your mind, which has come from something that's happened in your past, maybe your childhood, maybe even the last year, something. But there is something that is plaguing you. And you don't want to deal with it. You'd rather just keep it, out of your mind. But you can keep it out of your conscious mind. It will still remain in your subconscious. Pile number 2. And here, for your, even for your career, you're getting healing, true healing of the mind, body and soul. You need to get rid of this something that has been plaguing you. And unless you get rid of this, you are not going to be able to go and give your, go that extra mile. You're not going to be able to come to your full potential. But the minute you start doing this, see, be kind to yourself, time to release negativity, true healing of the mind, body and soul. You do this pile number 2. However uncomfortable it is, take help, but do it. And you find things just move forward. Just look at this. You get the 8 of Wands energy. 8 of Wands is forward movement. It's a whole lot of success. It's a whole lot of communication. It's a lot of moving forward. But this will further upset you if you're not coming from a good place. You won't be able to handle this. And so it's very important that you heal yourself. All right? Very important that you heal yourself. For your spiritual growth, pile number 2, what do you get? You get the wolf spirit. Turn knowledge into wisdom. And with that, you get the Queen of Wands. This is beautiful. And what is this knowledge? The knowledge that you have is that whatever experience you've had, you have knowledge of it. Whatever that didn't go wrong, you have knowledge of it. The fact that you didn't get closure, the fact that for each person who's watching this, the situation is different. You know your situation. Something didn't go fine. You were wronged in some way, or you have wronged someone in some way, and that is plaguing you. But unless you let that go, forgive yourself, forgive the other person, and genuinely let that go, you will not be able to move forward. You will keep numbing yourself. Either, in this case, we don't see addictions, but maybe it's your work. But you're numbing yourself, doing something or the other. You're being there for everybody, but you're not there for yourself. And that is causing you to be off balance. Until you get that right, things are not going to be moving forward for you. And there's nothing to fear. Spirit is saying, whatever happens, you will always be taken care of. All right? So just move ahead. And now, with that, you get, once you actually start incorporating this change, healing yourself bit by bit, slowly and steadily, you will find that you don't have to chase after anything. You become the beautiful Queen of Wands. And this is where all the knowledge that you've accumulated turns into wisdom, wherein you know that you don't have to run after anything. You can manifest. Things will just come to you. The Queen of Wands is extremely psychic. Can you see that black cat out here? It's always there with the Queen of Wands. It shows that she's extremely psychic. Her abilities are on point. And she attracts whatever. She never goes after something. It just comes to her. She's on her way to being the Empress, right? She's beautiful. She's wonderful to look at. And she attracts everything that she just knows. She knows herself. She's mastered herself. And that is what makes her wise. And that's what you're being asked to do. But for that, you need to heal. All right. And pile number 2. What is your advice from your angel ancestors and spirit guides? Wow, you get another wolf. Is this your spirit animal? Please do check it out. You can check on Google what's your spirit animal or your animal totem. Okay. And it says again, look at this. Take care of your needs. Can you read that? I'm not making it up. And I don't see your cards when I shuffle. I don't see your cards except for this card, which is as it is your selection card. All right. I don't see any of the cards. And even this, when I'm shuffling for it, I take only face down cards. And this is what it comes. It's just that I open it for you to make a selection. But the rest I don't open. I haven't seen them before. All right. Wow. Look at this. This is just double. Okay, she's the High Priestess. This is the Queen of Wands. But both are talking about psychic abilities. She is the ultimate. All right. There is nothing that the High Priestess doesn't know. She is totally tapped in. She is so intuitive. And you are being asked to get in touch with your intuition. And that will help you release this negativity. That will help you become, be kind to yourself. It will help you take care of your needs. And when you start taking care of your needs, releasing that negativity, and you have this protection from the universe, you will find that you get your health back. Things are going great in your romance. You get a lot of abundance and you can manifest whatever you want. All right. And that's what you have. This attract abundance is your theme for this year of 2022. All right. Pile number 2. This is such a beautiful reading, but it again begins with you taking time to go after that one thing. And every single person who's taken this pile, if it's resonating with you, then you have something that is bothering you and you need to address it before it's too late. All right. Don't let the opportunities that are coming to you, don't let it just pass you by just because you haven't had the courage to, and I'm not calling you out. It's difficult. When I'm talking about healing, it's not easy. But unless you do it, you would not move forward. And it's not as though by staying there and keeping it, hidden, that you're rid of it. You're not rid of it because your subconscious knows. And it'll never let you be comfortable till you've actually dealt with it. And every retrograde, and there are so many in a year, these themes will keep coming back. So just take that time out. Be kind to yourself. It's uncomfortable. I know. I'm going through it myself. Everybody goes through it. They either do it or they don't, but the discomfort will remain. So it's better to put in that effort little by little, steadily, and remove it once and for all so that you can move forward and be, stand there in your full potential, enjoying life as it should. All right. And having said that, pile number 2, wish you a wonderful, abundant, peaceful, and happy 2022. All right. And I'll catch you next year in the beginning with your monthly predictions, zodiac predictions for Jan and Feb. All right. And with that, we come to pile number 3, those who chose this beautiful rainbow card which says connect to spirit in nature. I have a feeling you're going to have a lot of air. Let's see how right I am, because this is talking to connect to nature, which means to ground yourself as well. All right, let's see. I'll first show you the cards and lay them down, and I'll explain as we move. So your overarching energy for the year 2022 is communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Air. I told you. And then you get the Page of Pentacles, just to prove me wrong. Earth. All right. Then your general outlook is angel. Wow. Spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Wow. This is beautiful. And the Ace of Cups, but in reverse. Doesn't matter. For romance, you get free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. And the Wheel of Fortune. That's good. Is it visible? Yeah. For your health, you get prioritize your health. What's happening in pile number 3? And with that, you get justice. Okay. For career and finances, wow, what is this? For health, you get prioritize your health. For career, you get successful career. Wow, very nice. A happy working environment, pay rises and promotions. Congratulations, pile number 3. And with that, you get the Queen of Swords. Okay. And for your spiritual growth, you get Nightingale Spirit. Love is all around. Yes, 2022, the year of love. And with that, you get the Four of Swords. Okay. Now, these are your messages of advice from your angel ancestors and spirit guides, which we shall look at the end of the reading. For your information, the tarot card that we're using, as though you couldn't have guessed with so many cats here, is the Cat Tarot. All right, so let's begin. Pile number 3. Those who chose the beautiful rainbow, which says connect to spirit in nature. Well, I wasn't wrong. All right, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards that we've opened of your tarot cards, you get 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh no, 1, 2, 3, and this card here, 4, which is air. So I wasn't wrong, because usually air signs are the ones who always get this: connect to nature, ground yourself, because we are always up in our heads. We, as well as Pisces. All right. And that is why I know, because I am an Aquarius and I get that often. All right. So the overarching energy for the year 2022 for pile number 3 is communication is key, and the Page of Pentacles. So if you are the kind of person who speaks less, is a person of few words, who doesn't, who is not socially very active, or perhaps, you know, not very active on social media, you're being asked to step up your communication game this year in 2022. This Page of Pentacles here talks about either learning something which will eventually give you material benefit, or it could actually be starting something creative which will again give you dividends. It could be studying, it could be working, it could be a new job, but it's something which is in its initial stages, all right? But it's something solid. And to be able to consolidate this and move ahead, you need to be a little more vocal, all right? Either by talking or by texting, or not texting really, mailing, by putting yourself out there and letting people know, and to spell things out. Even if you're going to manifest, you know, if you want to ask the universe, you need to spell it out. You need to set an intention which you write down and not just keep it in your head. All right. This is what the overarching energy is. So whether it is your relationships, whether it is your work, here I say work because it's Page of Pentacles along with it. All right. What you need to know is that you need to communicate, especially in areas of material gains. You need to communicate if you want something. It's, you know, the baby that cries, or something like that. I forget the adage, but it's the baby that cries the loudest gets fed first. Something like that. I butchered it, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's what it means. So you need to speak, okay? All right, the general outlook of the month is your spirit telling you that the angels are with you. There is spiritual guidance and protection from harm. So anytime you feel off center, off balance, too much in your head, upset about something, no solution, connect with nature. And by connecting to nature, you will get your spiritual guidance. You will get that clarity that you need. Ground yourself, walk bare feet on grass. Just sit and just observe nature, the greenery. Just let, you know, touch mud, touch the ground. Enjoy the breeze. Go out in nature. And you'll find that you get rejuvenated. You get, you know, if you feel there are any blockages anywhere in your thinking, that gets removed. If you're feeling a little low, you'll suddenly find that you finish this ritual with nature and you just feel upbeat. And this is very important for you in this year 2022, because there's a lot that you're going to achieve here with your successful career. And there's a lot of good things in store for you, but it will happen only when you ground yourself, all right? Whatever ideas you have, they need a practical solution. So you need to ground yourself. You need to communicate. You need to put what you want out there. People should know what you want. Only then you will get what you want, all right? Then you get the Ace of Cups in reverse. So basically, when you're talking about the Ace of Cups, you're talking about a cup of love, which you'd like to offer. But when you get in the reverse, it's basically saying that you haven't been giving yourself self-love. What is this? This is the third pile. What are we doing? None of us are giving ourselves any love, are we? You're being asked to pour that love into yourself, all right? You will get that spiritual guidance. But right now, something is off center for you. Pile number 3. And you know what it is. For each of you, it's going to be something different. But if there is something that you want, if there's something that you really love, if there's something that you really want, it could be a connection, it could be a material possession, or it could be something that you want to do. Maybe you really want to do law, and your parents are pressurizing you to do medicine. This happens very in India very often, that parents want you to do something else, and you want to do something totally different. I don't know whether it's like that in other countries, but definitely it's there in India. You know, when parents feel there are certain professions which are lucrative and which will give you that security blanket, while other unconventional professions don't. So it could be this, whatever it is. And there are some times where the parents are not to blame. That children don't say anything, they just dutifully listen to everything because they are unsure of themselves. And here you are being asked to speak your mind clearly, because unless you do, you are not going to get what you want. All right. So even when you're praying to the divine, if you do, make yourself understood. All right. And with this Ace of Cups in reverse, you're being just told that love yourself, all right, and ground yourself, and you will get all the guidance that you need, either in the form of, you know, it might come to you in a dream, or you'll just get those answers from nature, or somehow you will just get that epiphany, but you need to be connected to nature, all right? Now for your love and romance, pile number 3, we get free yourself. It's time to take control of your life, and you get the Wheel of Fortune. With the Wheel of Fortune, this is beautiful energy, all right? Okay, 2 things here. Let's address the first one. For those of you who are in relationships, either in the beginning stages, partnered, committed, or in a marriage, you need to let your individuality shine. I think pile number 1 have the same message. Just because you're in a connection and you love the other person does not mean you stop loving yourself. Ace of Cups needs to be upright, and I'm going to make it upright now for you. Keep that Ace of Cups upright and pour that love, cup of love first, pour it on yourself, all right? Love yourself first. And it's not to say that you're being selfish in the mean way that, you know, there is one cookie and you don't want to share it and you're just going to eat it all up for yourself. No, please share. But don't give the whole cookie away when you're starving. Share. Give yourself as much respect as you give the other person. Give yourself as much love as you give the other person, all right? And do not, this is for all those people who tend to be codependent. Please check this tendency of yours. You know, I am a blogger as well. I've not talked about it before, though I have this blog link in the description box somewhere. Or if it's not in the description box, it might be in the description of the channel, all right? And in that, I've talked about codependency. Believe me, till early this year, I did not know anything about codependency. It's after I saw someone on a channel speak about it, Christina Lopes, all right, that it actually dawned on me that I might be codependent, that I didn't realize it, because all this while, the only thing that we've been taught is to live for the other person. That's the only way to be. And And so I've done a lot of healing after that, all right? And it is very imperative for you to take back control of your life. By letting someone else decide for you, by letting someone take the reins of your life, you are not doing them a favor, and you're definitely not doing yourself a favor. And this is not what you've come here down here to this wonderful planet to be, you know, at someone's beck and call. No, love is separate. There should be love, there should be respect, there should be trust. And you need to be the individual that you are. You are a soul complete in yourself. And so if you are in a codependent relationship, whether you are in your initial stages, whether you are in a proper solid marriage of 20 years plus, if you realize that you have just given the reins of your life to your partner, please take it back. It will be uncomfortable, does not matter. Better late than never. All right, so keep that in mind. And what do you get with that? The Wheel of Fortune. Luck is on your side. Chances are when you do that, you won't meet much resistance. But if you do, it does not matter. It's your life. Take it in your hands. You have the right to be happy. You have the right to make your own decisions. You are free. You are a free citizen of your country. And you should be able to exercise your powers, your whatever you want in whichever area of your life you want it in. You're supposed to be able to spell it out and get it. All right, pile number 3. And for those of you who are single or in a relationship and wondering whether this person's okay or not, anyone in any stage of your relationship, if you find that the other person is pushing your boundaries, please push back. Keep very firm boundaries. That does not mean that you don't love them. It just means that you love yourself, and there's only this much you can take, and beyond that, no one walks in. And that is the only way to go about it, all right? And this is a lesson you need to learn in 2022. If you haven't already, it is very important, and luck is on your side. And after you do this, once you have put clear-cut boundaries there for you, you will, whatever relationship that respects those boundaries and comes to you, that will be a fated connection, all right? And that may be a long-term commitment as well, something that will bring you a lot of happiness. Please don't let anyone walk over you. So now that we've got that out of the way, and I hope you're clear with it, pile number 3. I'm sorry if I came across too strong, but it's something which is very important to me. And irrespective of gender, I do not believe in any gender being superior to the other. We are all equals, and we need to be that way. All right. Now, for your health, you get turquoise. Prioritize your health. And with that, you get the Justice card. Justice is the card of Libra. All right. And you talk about the scales. So basically, when the Justice card comes, what you need to keep in mind, pile number 3. See, when I pull out your health card, usually it's this is not a as I said in the beginning of the reading, take your readings with a pinch of salt, especially your health reading. So don't go into panic mode. In fact, initially for my zodiac reading, I used to have those health predictions, and my own mother who watches these readings, she gets hyper when she sees health predictions. So I stopped it altogether, because there are so many people who would watch it and would watch it in the future. And it obviously is not going to affect everybody who's watching it. It may resonate with 1 or 2 of you. It's just something which is a cautionary. It doesn't mean that it's actually going to happen to each and every one of you. But when this Justice card comes, what it's talking about is all your paired organs, like you have kidneys or your lungs. So if you find wherever you have, if you feel a sort of niggle, all right, that something is amiss, you're just being asked to get yourself tested. all right? It's better to be safe than sorry. Prioritize your health. So if you haven't done a health checkup, it's always worth your while to get a complete health checkup done once a year, all right? No matter what your age is, 25 and above, everybody to get it done once a year. And after every 5 years, you may keep adding one test to it, all right? But this is very important. Prioritize your health. So if you have some sort of niggle of some kind, do not ignore it. That's what you're being told, all right? Do not ignore it. Yes. Along with your paired organs, also take care of your back, all right? Please pay attention to your posture. You may have a lower back ache or something. Please do not ignore it. Go to a doctor if you are uncomfortable in any part of your body, all right? Get your test done. Now coming to your career and finances, what can I say? Successful career, a happy working environment, pay rises and promotions. So it's going to be lovely, and you're going to be in the Queen of Swords energy, which is wow energy. No one's going to be able to push you around. You tell people, show them their place. And if you're at that position, great. If you're not at your top-notch position, then I'd like you to tone it down a bit. See, this is again Libra energy, and Librans are supposed to be the most amiable sign of the zodiac. They're extremely charming, but you step on their wrong side and they'll tell you like no one else. They will be as good or bad as a Scorpio, all right? You really not know what hit you. They don't like people who don't trust their intelligence, I mean, or respect their intelligence. So you can't push them over, and you're in this lovely boss energy, all right? So you are going to have a wonderful spell in the entire 2022 as far as your career is concerned. But remember, you need to communicate clearly, and you're being asked to use the tactful side of your liberal energy, unless of course someone pushes you. Well, then I believe that then they deserve to get hear what they will hear. And now for your spiritual growth, you get Nightingale spirit, which says love is all around, which is beautiful energy. And you get the Four of Swords. So it's important. Pile number 3, this is extremely important for you to spend some time with nature, to love yourself, and to take that time out for self-reflection. So this will be a lovely time if you can combine this with your time with nature. You know, take about half an hour if you can from your day, every day, to spend some time with nature where there's no one with you, no one talking, no headphones, no music, just you and nature. Just sit for half an hour every day, and it'll do you a world of good, a world of good. And when you want what you want, please communicate. Use minimum words, do communicate, and let those words not be so minimum that the message doesn't go across. All right? Just say it. Say what you want. Even if it's to the universe, ask for what you need. All right? It may or may not come to you, but at least ask. If you don't ask, it won't come to you at all, right? So communicate clearly. So that is the theme for your 2021. Let's see what the advice is from your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. You get the White Witch, be the light. That's so beautiful. And the Page of Cups. All right. I know this is not a very nice picture for a Page of Cups who's coming with an apology. I don't know what this card really means. So, your message from the universe is to be the light, all right? And with this Pentacle cards, here's your overarching energy, as well as this Queen of Swords here in this successful career thing. I believe that people are going to see you accomplish whatever you want in your career, all right? And in doing so, and seeing the way that you do it and how you've been communicating just as much as required and doing your work, you are going to be great inspiration to people around you. Can you see this wonderful owl with her? The White Witch, you are going to be the light, and just you, by being the way you are going to be very inspirational for people around you. All right? And you're also being asked that if people come to you with an apology for something, if they've wronged you in the past. Hey, I just noticed this. Just look at this. Here also there's a pentagram here. Can you see that? This has got to do with your career and finances only. Page of Pentacles here is the overarching energy, and successful career here. Again, this is beautiful, all right? I didn't see this before. It's possible that you come with this Queen of Swords energy here again. I feel you're going to do really well in your career in 2022, pile number 3. And you're going to be very inspirational. You will actually be at your highest if you can. You might be, it may or may not resonate with everybody, but you will be at the top level in your game, all right? And you're being asked at this time when you're here, when people come to you, to be kind to them, which you would be with this Queen of Swords energy, and forgive people if they come to you for forgiveness. This is beautiful, and this entire thing might come to you as a big surprise, your career and you being there at that level, all right? But this is beautiful energy. But communicate clearly and love yourself. That is very important. And with this great career here written for you, and this is really, really very strong energy, okay? You're going to do really well in your work, so please prioritize your health, so that when you come to that position, there's no niggle that's holding you back. So get all your tests done, keep that out of the way. Finish that in January, and then you're ready. You know that everything is fine. And be connected with nature. This is of utmost importance for you, pile number 3. And with that, I come to your the end of your reading. Wish you a very happy, abundant, successful 2022. And if this reading resonates, I mean, if you need to come back to it, please come back to it. And if it does resonate, do let me know in the comments. Please give us a like, share, subscribe. But most importantly, have a wonderful 2022. All right, and I'll catch you next month with your Jan and Feb predictions. All right, coming to pile number 4. Those who have chosen brown, which says established boundaries. I think with pile number 3, is it? And a bit for pile number 1, said the same thing about how important it is to establish boundaries and how important it is, no matter what your relationship is, that you don't change your boundaries for anyone else. All right? All right, so I will show you the cards and lay them down, and then I'll come to explaining them later. So the overarching energy for this month is the answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. All right. And with that, okay, we are going to be using, I mean, all the oracles that I'm using, I will list them down in the description box. But the tarot that we are using is the Lightseer's Tarot. And you get the 6 of Swords. This is the overarching energy of 2022. Your general outlook is Flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. So this will come to you right in the beginning, I guess. Uh, all right. And with that, you get the King of Wands. Okay. For your love and romance and relationships, you get, give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Okay. And with that, you get the Hierophant. Okay. For your health, you get Aquamarine. Go with the flow. And with that, you get the Moon. Okay. For your career and finances, you get Abracadabra with wings. And that says fantastic good fortune and lucky chances. And along with that, you get Justice. Wow. For your spiritual growth, you get Dove Spirit, be peace. And with that, you get Five of Wands. That's funny because Five of Wands talks about fighting. It's like an oxymoron. Now, these two cards are your advice from your angel ancestors and spirit guides, and we look at this at the end of the reading. All right, then, pile number 4. With established boundaries, it's very simple. No matter what your relationship is that you're dealing with, whether it is your family, close members of your family, whether it's your parents or your spouse or your children or your partner or your friends or at the workplace, whether you're an empath or a starseed, it does not matter what you are, where you are. It's extremely important that you have boundaries, all right? And this will be your theme. You will establish your boundaries. If you are a person who already has boundaries, people will look at you and get inspired by it, all right? And this is very, very important aspect. I've just covered it in pile number 3. But I don't see in any of your cards here that you aren't establishing boundaries. So I feel that you will be, by being the way you are going to inspire people to establish their boundaries. And maybe this is exactly what is going to get you into this energy here of being peace. You know, when you establish boundaries and people see that this is a person who respects herself and she respects her boundaries. When I say she, I'm just saying it. This is a person you know, actually what happens when I'm reading, wherever my eye focuses, if it is a male, I start saying he, and if it's a female, I start saying she. And though I'm supposed to be looking here and not looking here, my eyes were here, and that's why I said that. But irrespective of gender, everyone needs to establish boundaries. When you respect yourself, and you love yourself enough to be able to respect yourself and tell people this much is acceptable, beyond this, no. People start respecting you, but it always has to begin with you respecting yourself. So if you have boundaries in place, you will find that you actually have a very smooth relationship with everyone, because no one steps the line, because they know you mean what you say and you respect yourself. So people around you automatically will start respecting you. And this is something you know, and this is something that you're perhaps going to teach people around you, which is beautiful. People need to learn that. All right. So your overarching energy for this year is the answers you need are coming, and the 6 of Swords. Immediately, yes, and I'm drawn to this card here as well, which says disappointment in a friend or lover. All right. So there has been a friendship, pile number 4, or a love situation that didn't go right in the past. And it was a relationship that meant a whole lot to you. You were very invested in this connection, be it a friendship or a love relationship. And this person's just cut ties with you and actually caught you off guard with their reaction. And you have been a whole lot of turmoil without getting proper closure, without having a proper explanation. That relationship just ended, all right? And with great difficulty, you have actually pulled yourself back and you've started moving into calmer waters. But somewhere, you've always wondered why did this happen to you? And what was the reason behind it? Did it need to happen? And all those answers are coming back to you, all right? So whatever that connection is that you've been really invested in and you've been extremely disappointed by, you are going to get those answers, and that's going to set you free. And once and for all, you're already moving on with your life, but you know, there'll be a certain amount of burden that's lifted off your shoulder, all right? And so for this theme, it's possible, see, we are already in Venus retrograde and carries on till the 29th of January. So it's possible that this happens right in the beginning of the year itself. All right, it's possibly all that New Year spirit and all lang syne and all that we have. Maybe around that time, this person comes around and tries to, you know, clear things between the two of you so that both of you can move on. This person could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but doesn't have to be. They could have that placement in their charts, all right? So this person is going to come to you, or this could be you. And this is going to be a important theme in this year, all right? And it's not as though you're not moving on without getting this. You have started moving on and doing your thing. But when this finally comes around, now whether you choose to come back into a relationship together, choose to keep that friendship going or not is entirely up to you. But it's going to come back for a, you know, for you to get that clarity of thought and for you to just move forward without that baggage. Now, whether you want to forgive, yes, I think you've already forgiven. That's how you're able to already move out and move on with your life. But this way it's going to be, you know, it's a huge burden that's being lifted off your chest. Now it's a complete closed chapter after this. All right, for your love and romance, you get, give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership, and you get the Hierophant. Now, I can't but help seeing everything being connected. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean a second chance. So it could be this relationship that's coming back. And for some of you, you'd like to give it a second chance. For some of you, you don't. That is for a portion of you. For others of you, it doesn't have to be the same thing. This could be talking about another relationship. That could be another situation altogether. All right, with these two cards here, again, I think pile number 1 got the Hierophant here. What is coming to me is that if there has been some misunderstanding in your relationship, whether you are beginning your connection, you are in separation, you are in no contact, you are partnered, you are in a committed relationship, or you are in a marriage, it's possible that there are misunderstandings and you are contemplating, you or your partner or both of you are contemplating, you know, taking a break from each other, but you are being asked to give your relationship a chance, to work on your partnership. It's very easy to walk away, you know, to say that, oh, it's not working and I think we might as well split. Because at that time, your tempers are high, your egos are high, and things like that. But if you've got something which you've really worked on, obviously there's a reason why the two of you came together. If it is beyond just the physical, and there's a reason why you've wanted to make things work. So you're being asked to give your relationship a chance. If you're just freshly into a relationship, there's so much more you need to discover about one another. So unless you let that sink in, how are you going to move forward? For all those people who have, especially those who are in marriages, who just get newly married, and you may have been in a relationship for a year, 2 years, and much more than that. But the minute you get married, you find that the first year of marriage is the most difficult year of your marriage, because finally the pretensions are off. And even if you said that you've been together, you've been living in together, still, when that marriage actually happens is when you just become now you know that this is the deal, and you're going to be in this marriage for, you're in it for the long haul, so you might as well be your real authentic self. And that's when you start shocking each other that, oh, it was like this, and oh, it was like that, so but that these are all teething problems, and it happens in every relationship. And it's not just about and I feel that any romantic connection, especially, I believe it's so beautiful that there are two people who come from completely different backgrounds mostly. It could be the same kind of background, but the families are still different, right? You've been brought up with maybe, obviously if you've come together, values would match, but the different ways of thinking. And still you come into a partnership and you are there in it for the long haul. It's such a beautiful thing. So you need to give each other that time to understand one another, all right? Now, once you do actually take that time to give your relationship a chance, you will find, for those of you who stick with it, that this relationship has tremendous potential. It can be a very long connection, maybe for your entire life, all right? And for those who are single, who have got no one on their mind, you might meet that special someone at a place of worship, on any institutions like your colleges, or as I was telling pile number 1, the court room, or any government office, a bank, possibly, all right? And this is where you'll bump into this person and, maybe strike a conversation, and you'll find each other interesting, and then you can take it on from there. All right. So if you're interested in somebody, get to know people better before you throw in the towel. All right. So that's as far as your love and romance is concerned, and other relationships as well. Coming to your health, it says go with the flow, and you get the moon. When we talk about the moon, we talk about emotions. And when it comes in your health sector, it talks about your mind. It talks about overthinking leading to depression, perhaps, in worst cases. So that is why you get this beautiful card of advice along with the moon, which says go with the flow. Pile number 4, please do not get stuck on outcomes. Very often, and it's possible with all this happening here, with your answers that you need are coming. I believe this particular thing is till your answers come. This moon and a card which is here, you've been overthinking the situation. On the surface of it, you're moving on, you're carrying on, you're moving forward. But this niggle of, but why did this happen? Why did this happen? And why did this happen to me? These are the 2 questions which all of us ask. So there's no judgment here. But this is the reason why we lose our sleep at night, because we're looking for these answers which will come in there. They'll come to you when you're ready for it. They'll come to you when you need to hear it. And that much trust you should have in the universe, all right? And if they don't come to you and you're supposed to make peace with yourself, then that is the way it was meant to be, all right? And there is a lesson in that for you. And this is what you're being told. Go with the flow. Those answers will come to you when you are in a position to understand it and appreciate it. If it's not coming to you, it's a way of you know, the universe protecting you. All right. So it doesn't matter whether you have wronged somebody, somebody has wronged you, why did things go bad, whatever it is, why were you misunderstood, why you didn't mean to say what you did, but someone misunderstood you, though they knew you for so long. It does not matter. If you're not getting those answers, it's because you're not ready to take those answers. Maybe if you get the answer immediately, you will be cynical about it and not accept it. And maybe a few years from now, when you have actually made peace with it, things will make sense to you. So the universe knows when you're supposed to get those answers, and you'll get them when the time is right. And that much trust you should have. And when you go with the flow, you'll find that you don't have these mental issues. Otherwise, what happens is that we get so stuck in our heads. We don't open our heart out to other relationships. We start becoming suspicious in our relationships. We don't trust easily. And all this overthinking also leads to other psychosomatic disorders. You'll find aches and pains happening in your body because it's all trapped negative energy, all right? And you're being asked, pile number 4. This year, just go with the flow. The answers you need are coming. Just trust in the universe. When the time is right, you will know what you need to know, and it's going to actually lighten the load on you. Okay, you'll be able to finally close the chapter once and for all. Now for your career, great news. Here you are. Abracadabra with wings. Fantastic fortune and lucky chances. And you get the Justice card. So this is beautiful. You're on a high. You are a very well-balanced person. This is the card of Libra again. And whatever you put in, you're going to get that and more in return. All right. You're going to be at a very happy place in your work situation. All right. People will look up to you because you're a balanced person. You give them right answers. You're a very peace-loving person. Or you're in this energy. All right. And this is going to get you great fortune. And this is really beautiful. It's very self-explanatory, so we don't have to take so much time over on this one. You're going to be happy in 2022 as far as your career and finances are concerned. All right. And with that, we come to the Dove Spirit and the 5 of Wands, which talk about your spiritual growth. 5 of Wands is all about conflict, either with people around you or between your heart and your head, but it's conflict. And the advice you get for it is be peace. And what I can pick up looking at the rest of your cards is that this is inner conflict. There has been a conflict between you and a loved one, someone you've been very invested in, and now you've moved away from each other. But it has taken a toll on your mental health, which you're being told to guard against. And that is why Spirit says that the answers that you need are coming. All right. And whatever those answers are, whether you like it or not, you will get it at a place where you're ready to listen to those answers with a level mind and understand it, accept it, and then move on. All right. And it's going to make take off this burden off your shoulders, as I said earlier. But this particular thing that you're thinking in your mind, or when this person comes, or whenever you've had this thing, it's all been a great catalyst for you to, one, learn how to establish your boundaries, which you'll be teaching people around you, as well as it's sparked your spiritual growth. All right. And when this is sorted during this year, you will find that it gives you a tremendous sense of peace, and you gain tremendously as far as your spiritual journey is also concerned. All right. And you will understand the purpose behind all that's happened. Right now, you don't understand it. You just feel wronged. All right. And you just want this to finish. But when those answers come to you, you will be, out of this energy. But for that, you need to first Go with the flow. Stop being attached to outcomes. Stop waiting for an answer. Do your own thing. Indulge in self-care. Indulge in things that bring you happiness. As it is, you're doing a great job as far as career is concerned. These answers will come to you when you need them to. When the time is right, it's going to come to you. And it will bring you tremendous peace. But remember that whatever has happened for a reason. There was a lesson in it. It is to spark your spiritual journey. Now, what is the message from your angel ancestors and spirit guides? Give me a moment, please. And you get Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. Oh, I just love this. This is for this. Go with the flow, the moon. The answers you need are coming. Be open to healing information. Whatever comes to you is going to heal you, but it may not be what you want to hear. It will be something totally unexpected. It's something that possibly you cannot fathom. You will not be able, it's something, what happens is when we have an argument with someone, or when things go bad and you fall apart, your mind is working overtime. You said this, why did they say this? You didn't mean this, but they said that you said this, and all those things in your mind, your mind is running, working overtime, all right? And finally, and you may not get that closure and you're waiting for it and then you're upset about it. But finally, when those answers come to you, and you have already played 25,000 situations in your head, but the answer when it comes to you, it'll be none of those. It'll be something totally different, and it'll actually catch you off guard. It'll be a sort of anti-climax, but it will set you free, all right? And with that, you get the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles, it's going to be something which will be very positive. And it's actually, if you keep an open mind to these answers that are coming to you, you'll actually find that you're moving ahead faster. And you may actually be able to reconcile with this person, be it a friend, be it a family member, be it a love interest, be it anybody. All right. So this is what's going to happen to you. So as far as your career is concerned and your romance is concerned, it's all good. And if there is something that's not worked, which is weighing on your mind, you're being told to go with the flow. Don't get attached to outcomes. You will get to know this is going to get sorted out this year in 2022, pile number 4. For sure, it's going to be sorted out. All right. But till that time, take care of yourself. Teach people how to establish their boundaries so that they can have peaceful solutions in their life as well. You're doing a great job. If you're already doing, if you're not, do it now. And have a wonderful 2022. All right. Whatever it is that is plaguing you is going to be taken care of. Pile number 4. So don't worry about it. Whatever is not coming to you now is divine protection. All right. Just take it as that and be happy and have a fulfilling and a happy 2022. I'll see you next year with your Jan and Feb predictions, zodiac predictions. All right. And with that, we come to pile number 5. Those who chose Aqua, experience peace and calm. It's such a beautiful card. Actually, all the cards are so beautiful in this deck. All right, we are going to be using the Morgan Greer for you. The rest of the oracles, I will put them in the description box. All right. I'll read out the cards to you right now and lay them down, and I'll explain as we move along. All right. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. This is your overarching energy for the month. And along with that, you get the Two of Wands. Okay. Expansion. That's good. For your general outlook, you get Tortoise. Slowly but surely getting ahead. Good. I like that. And along with that, Eight of Pentacles. This is lovely energy. Good. For your romance, you get children. Your love life is being affected by children. All right. And with that, you get Death. Ooh, okay. For your health, you get smoky quartz, let it go. And the Lovers. Okay. For your career and finances, you get on target. Follow your ideal life path. Okay, and you get the Three of Cups. And for your spiritual growth, you get the Scarab Beetle Spirit, which says magic works through you. And with that, you get the Hierophant. This is beautiful energy, but I think I made a mistake somewhere. Some pile I've mixed up with another, because I can't find your... I'll just come back to you on this one, all right? All right, pile number 5. Your advice from your angel ancestors and spirit guides as well. Yeah, those 2 cards, I can't find them. I had kept them all here and I haven't even seen them, so I can't tell you what they were. But I know that I've shuffled all those cards and kept them, so they may be there. I'll just link it at the end. You know, I'll either make a note and put it there for the reading at the end of it, or I'll put it in the description box, all right? That's sad. And the next pile is pile number 6, and they have it. Then where did this go? Where did it go? Anyway, mysterious pile. All right. Well, the main reading is here, so let me get to that. With experience, peace and calm, 2022 is going to be just that for you. You are going to be, if you have had a highly volatile 2021 like I have had, this year is going to bring peace to you. You're going to be more centered. You're going to be in the here and now, and you're going to be mature about things that are happening in your life. There's a certain amount of acceptance about things, and this is going to really, really help you. All right? Yes. So, the overarching energy for the year of 2022 is look at the bigger picture, full moon and Sagittarius, and with that you get the Two of Wands. You are thinking big this year in 2022. If you had smaller goals, that's a thing of the past. At the same time, you are now learning how to zoom out. You know, if something is in your life is happening, you know, not to your liking, or you don't understand things, you have come to this realization that you need to look at the larger picture. So you zoom out and you detach yourself from the situation and look at it from a broader view, and that gives you clarity, okay, and that puts things in perspective. And this is something that you have learned after these volatile, possibly, you know, very dramatic kind of 2021 or even before, but you have reached this beautiful energy of learning to look at the larger picture. All right? And because of this, you're able to broaden your horizons, because you're able to look at things from a perspective in which you're not this is something that you like, you're involved with, but when you have to make the decision, you have learned this ability to detach yourself a bit and look at it from an objective point of view, and you know, so that whatever you are finally investing in, you have a more clear picture of things. This is very, very beautiful energy. You know, usually what happens is we are like horse with blinkers. We see what we want and we want it in this way. And anything that doesn't go right, it just upsets us. And we might just see it from, say, one person's perspective and our perspective. But when you zoom out and look at the larger picture, you actually understand why things are happening. All right, you obviously not the universe, you can't see it that big, but you can at least see it bigger than what it is. And this is wonderful. And this is going to expand your horizons as well. And you're able to take better decisions. You're able to actually go for whatever you want. You're able to take those risks. And what is the general outlook for this year? Again, with this great vision at hand, you have these beautiful cards which say slowly but surely you're getting ahead. And with that, you get this beautiful Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is about a person who's working really hard and he's absolutely enjoying. I'm saying he because there's a man on this card. He's busy working. And in the traditional tarot, you can see that, you know, the whole day is passed. And he's not even realized that the whole day is gone by because he loves what he does and he's diligently working on it. There's no cribbing. Why didn't this happen? It's not like the Seven of Pentacles energy when they've sowed the seed and they're wondering why nothing is happening. No, he's so engrossed in his work, so happy, and he's happily engrossed in it because he loves what he's doing and he knows it'll take time and he doesn't care. He just wants to be in the here and the now. And this is exactly the energy that you're in because you have the maturity, you've seen the larger picture, you know what's to be done and you're doing it happily. All right, so this is wonderful energy to be in, pile number 5. And if this doesn't bring peace and calm, what will? For your love and romance, this looks a little dicey. All right. For those who are single, who've not been in a relationship for a while, you will be indulging in a lot of inner child healing, all right? Because there are some blockages which go back to your childhood. Either you've seen, I mean, your own parents are possibly have had a divorce or a separation, or you've seen people who are close to you, or maybe even as growing up, you may have seen your older sibling or, you know, someone close to you who's been in a broken marriage, say, or a bad relationship, and this is somewhere affected you. There's some sort of a block, all right? And it's most likely when you were a little kid with this children card here. And this has affected your ability to connect with people. You possibly self-sabotage a relationship before it even begins to blossom, all right? And this is something that if you really are looking for love and you're looking for a companion, then it's very imperative, it's very essential for you to heal your inner child wounds, because either you won't let that relationship blossom, or you won't even think of looking for someone for yourself because you told yourself that it's not for me, it's not going to work out. All right, so if you're actually wanting, you know, just because someone in your past, maybe your own parents, didn't have a happy married life, say, does not mean that the same thing has to be your reality. It does not. But you need to heal yourself. If you need therapy, please go there. You know, everyone goes into therapy if they need it. There's no shame in that. If you need someone to help you and you don't have a sibling or a friend that you can trust, someone, and you know, and if people are not professional, they just give you advice without really understanding what you're going through. But it's not that way with people who are professional, who actually know how to, I mean, they've seen so many cases, so they know that it's not just one case of, say, a friend or somebody listening to you and just giving you advice. Oh, it's okay, you know, it'll just pass. Nothing, just get into that. Doesn't convince you, because whatever's stopping you from getting into a relationship is deep rooted. All right, so this is for my singles out there. to go, I mean, if you find that you're not able to get into a relationship or things are not working out for you, this is the reason. For those who are in separation or in no contact with one another, it's possibly that your relationship has ended. And if you find that the other person is not reaching out to you, it's possible because there are children involved in the connection. Either you are a single parent, or they are married and they are in a relationship which has children, and it's because of that that most likely this relationship is not going to move forward, at least not just yet, maybe not be in 2022. And the cause of that is that children are there and they feel responsible. Or if you are a single parent and they have no children, maybe they're not ready to take on the responsibility and they don't want to tell you that because they feel that, you know, you might be upset, so they'd rather ghost you. All right, so if such a thing is there, then don't wait for them. You do your own, you do your own thing, all right? You just do things that makes you happy and you just live your own life. Don't wait around for anyone. Those who understand your worth, respect you for who you are, and love you for who you are, they need to be in your life. The others don't. And don't be apologetic for it. And don't feel sorry about it. All right? The right person will always come along. For those who are already partnered or in a committed relationship or in a marriage, chances are that your relationship is transforming. Especially those who are in a marriage with children, it's possible that when things are not going okay and you don't want to have a divorce because of the children, but there's a lot of fighting going on in your relationship, or things are not smooth, you're being asked to transform your relationship. See, if your children are small and if you can salvage your relationship, it's great. So if you can keep your egos aside and work, sit and have that heart-to-heart conversation with one another and try and sort things out as much as you can. And that's what most people do when they have little children, because they don't want to, you know, spoil it for them, because it again affects their psyche. All right, so and for those who are in committed relationship partnerships wherein either one or both of you have children from previous relationships, basically this needs to be change in your thinking, or there's going to be a whole shift in the way you think or your relationship is. There's going to be a huge transformation, and that transformation for a lot of you could do with your inner child healing. All right, and if you do not do that kind of healing, chances are that you will have major issues in your partnerships. Now for your health, you get let it go and you get the Lover's card. The Lover's card is basically deals with any niggles around your limbs, your hands, your legs. It's also, but it's something that you get to know of before things go bad. It's something that, you know, it's like if you get a sprain in your leg or your hand, you know about it. So you're just being asked to don't ignore it. Just finish with it. Go show it to a doctor and then let it be. But basically, you will know whether you need to show a doctor or you need to let it pass. And that's where you have this let it go. So if it's not something major, you don't have to worry about it. But if you feel it's a little too much, or it's, you know, it's not repaired itself in a day or two, then don't sit around. Please go and show yourself. You will know. Basically, stay connected with yourself and you will know. For your career and finances, it's beautiful, on target. Follow your ideal life path. Basically, you're on the right track. Whatever you're doing is giving you dividends. You are expanding and it's because you've taken a look at the larger picture, all right, and you're working really hard. So wherever you're putting in effort, sincerely putting in effort and looking at it at a mature way, you're on the right track, all right, and there'll be a lot of cause for celebration. So maybe you'll get a promotion, a raise, whatever it is, you are where you want to be, maybe even ahead, all right. For your spiritual growth, you get this beautiful scarab beetle spirit, which says magic works through you. And with the Hierophant card, it says that you are connected to the divine. Your spiritual growth is happening big time, all right? And you are becoming a master manifester because of this. Maybe you are actually studying a lot of spiritual studies, or you've had an awakening of sorts, or you know, you're either learning maybe tarot or any esoteric studies, maybe astrology, something to do with that. But yes, there's going to be a lot of spiritual growth in this year of 2022. So your career is looking great, you're working. The only thing which is and even your health is pretty okay, it's just a small niggle. The only thing which you need to work on is your relationship, all right? And basically all that it needs, the Death card is a lovely card actually. It doesn't feel that way, but it is, because it talks about transformation. So there are big changes that you need to make in your relationship. And if you use the same, you know, just like you look at the larger picture for the rest of your life, you have to do that as far as your love life is concerned, your relationships are concerned. If a relationship is important to you, if the person in your relationship is important to you, you got to actually ask yourself, how important is this person to me? Do I actually love this person? And if I do, then is my ego more important to me, or is this person more important to me? Having said that, don't allow people, you know, to not respect your boundaries. At the same time, please respect the other person's boundaries. If you do that, half your problems are sorted. If it's a complicated situation where children are involved, obviously as adults we have a responsibility to children, because you know there are so many times when the inner child is hurt. It shows in our later life, right? But having said that, if your relationship is on the rocks and it's not going to be okay, then it's better to actually separate, because if children are faced with constant fights, that doesn't help them either, all right? But in most of your cases, I feel that your relationship can be salvaged if you yourself and your partner, you go into therapy, maybe inner child healing, and talk to each other. You need to possibly put down rules which you will follow so that you can respect each other and, you know, make a healthy compromise, because obviously you've come together because of a reason. There's been some chemistry there. You've seen that values are the same. That's why you've come together, right? So if you have made it this far, then you might as well work on it some more. And if you feel that it's absolutely not possible for you to salvage it, then you need to move on. I'm feeling really bad that I don't have your advice from you know what, I'm just going to yes, I'll just add this, as I said earlier on in your reading. Whatever your message is, I shall put a whole frame after this is over to let you know what your advice from your angel ancestors and spirit guides are, all right? But this has been a beautiful reading, and I wish pile number 5 that your 2022 is wonderful, And yes, I understand the relationship bit didn't sound very nice, but it's nothing that you can't work on. And do take these readings with a pinch of salt, because finally it's in your hands. What you make, we've got free will, and these are all energies, you know, they keep shifting. And so if you really want something really bad, you just make in that effort, make those changes, and whatever you want will come to you. So wish you a very happy 2022, and may all your dreams come true, pile number 5. And with that, we move on to pile number 6. This is the last pile, and it is this beautiful card which says silver, be persistent. So if you're after something, pile number 6, this is the year that you put in all that you have and just go for it. You know, I'm feeling really bad that I've left out the cards for pile number 5. I don't know how I did that. I didn't check. That's sad. Anyhow, I'm going to just show you the cards and place them down, and I'll explain it as we move along. All right. So the overarching energy for 2022 for pile number 6 is new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. That's nice. And along with that, what you get, we are going to be using the Ethereal Visions Tarot for you. The rest of the cards will be in the description box below. You get the 10 of Cups with that. Okay. For your general outlook, you get 4-leaf clover, great good fortune. Lovely. And with that, you get the 3 of Cups. So far, so good. For romance, you get let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. And with that, you get, wow, the 2 of Cups. Beautiful. For your health, you get Phantom Quartz. Embrace change. And with that, you get the High Priestess. Okay. For your career and finances, you get the Festival. Creates an energetic blueprint of a fantastic party or event. And with that, you get the Hermit. Okay. Party and Hermit. Opposite energy. And for your spiritual growth, you get the Hummingbird. Be here now. And the Artist. These are the advice cards from Spirit. And I'll give it to you at the end of the reading. All right, pile number 6. You get silver, be persistent, right? And just with that, the general overview for the year 2022 is it's time to take action. And along with that is the 10 of Cups. So this talks about your happy home life here. There's this wonderful couple, marital bliss, little baby. All right. And it says time to take action. So if there is someone on your mind, all right, and if there is a certain dream that you have for a 10 of Cups situation where you have a lovely home, you have a steady job, you're with the person that you love, and there's a lot of happiness, and you have kids, all right. If this is what you want, then this is the year to take action. So if there's someone on your mind and you have a certain dream, a vision in your mind, make that vision clear and work hard, be persistent, and get what you want. This is the year you'll get what you want, all right? But you need to put in that effort. And as additional confirmation, you get as the overarching the general outlook is great good fortune. So no matter which area of your life it is, there is great good fortune. As if to emphasize on the point, you get the 3 of Cups, parties and celebration. All right, so this is a great time for you. 2022 is going to bring you a lot of happiness, pile number 6. For your love, romance and relationships, you get this beautiful thing. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So there is someone on your mind, all right? This is for some of you, the singles out there who are not married, or those of who are in a partnership and commitment who want to take it to the next step. You're being asked to take help from your friends. Maybe they're mutual friends that you have, or they'll help you come together. For those of you who are single, you might meet this person at a social gathering. So you're going to have a lot of parties, all right? There's party here, there's festival here. So it's going to be, but by the looks of it, it's going to be an indoor kind of event where you will meet, out of all the different parties that you have, there will be an indoor event where you will come across this person who's going to spark that interest. And chances are this person is going to be a high-level soulmate with this Two of Cups. All right, and those who are, this is a beautiful, very positive card, and it's such a blessing after pile number 5. That was a difficult pile as far as the relationships was concerned. Here, for those who are single, you're going to find, as I said, in a party, most likely indoors, there is going to be this someone who's going to be a higher level soulmate. Those who are already partnered in commitments or in a marriage, there's going to be natural progression in your connection. So if you are just in a new commitment, you might become exclusive. If you're already exclusive, and you might get engaged. If you're engaged, you might want to give a proposal or get a proposal in marriage. And if you're already married, maybe you want to have a child. If you have one, maybe you want to have two. Maybe you want to have a pet. Whatever it is that you want, basically, you are going to get that and more. There's going to be expansion as far as your romance and your life is concerned. And this is the year where you take action to get that 10 of Cups. So this 2 of Cups, you come together and you get your 10 of Cups, all right? So this is beautiful and it's all connected. Then we come with that to your health, and it says embrace change, and you get the High Priestess. Now, when you get the High Priestess, it's got to do with anything got to do with fertility, hormonal imbalances, and even pregnancy, all right? So embrace change. What I can get here is, for some of you, it's possible that you are told that maybe, you know, for some of you who want to have children, some of you will have babies. Maybe, I mean, you will have a baby this year. For others of you, it's possible that you've been told that it's maybe you won't have a child. All right. And I'm, because of some hormonal problem. So you could always take a second opinion. And this could be the current energy. It may not be the same later. But if it is, you're being asked to embrace this change. All right. It's not easy, but yes, I'm getting this. And this is just for one or two of you. But you keep your heart open, because this 10 of Cups is there for you. All right. So you will have all the happiness in the world. For others of you, it could be just, you know, maybe you have this issue, you know, just for a bit, and then it gets sorted eventually. But it's got to do with that. So do take these readings with a grain of salt. It doesn't have to really work out exactly like this. But yes, this I see for some of you, all right? Yes, but this is just for one or two of you. For most of you, it's fine. And for some of you, again, for one or two of you, you will have a childbirth. You have the potential to have a baby. So if you're not looking for it, well, you have to take protection for that as well. For your career and finances, you get the Hermit on one end, and on the other end creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. So you have whatever your career is, that you're embarking on has come to you after a lot of reflection. The Hermit card is that of the Virgo. Now, Virgo is again an extremely diligent and hardworking sign. All right, it's a sign that will ground himself, is very well grounded, okay, being an earth sign. And they're very hardworking and they're very methodical when it comes to their work. And you're going to embrace this energy. You're going to take enough time to reflect on where things have gone wrong, and you're going to make those changes. And as a result, you're going to do really well in your career, and there'll be a lot of reasons to celebrate. So I can see there's a lot of celebration happening here, here, here. All right, so things are looking really great for you this year. For your spiritual growth, you get hummingbird spirit, be here now. So you're being asked to live in the moment. Don't live 2 steps ahead or 3 steps behind. You have the power with this artist card. You have the power to create whatever you want. This is again manifestation. If you have a vision, see it clearly. See it so clearly that you have no doubt as to what it is that you want to create. And then be in the moment, working for what you want, and you will get it. Be persistent. Again, I'm drawn to this. Be persistent. Whatever you want, see it in your mind's eye and bring it to life. You have the power to do it, all right? And this is going to spark your creative growth. I mean, your creative growth, yes, it's also your spiritual growth by being here in the moment. That's what spirituality is all about. It's basically telling you to get your mind to be in the moment. Give full involvement to what you're doing here and now. Don't live ahead, all right? Now, this is your messages from your angel ancestors and spirit guides. It says, stand your ground. So if you have a vision, be persistent. Look at that. Be persistent. Stand your ground. So if you have a vision, just stick with it. Put in that effort and be there. Luck is on your side. Great, good fortune is coming your way. And with that, you get the 10 of Swords. So that is why you're getting this confirmation here of be persistent, stand your ground. It's possible that when you start out to do what you want, whether it is looking for this perfect person, your 2 of Cups that you're looking for, or whether it's your career, or whether it is when you're trying to have a baby initially and it doesn't happen, you are going to have this 10 of Swords moment. Okay, where things don't work out the way you want it to. But that is why you're getting this. Be persistent. It's time to take action over and over again if required till you get what you want, because great good fortune is on your side. Luck is on your side. Everything is just waiting to happen for you, but you need to be persistent. It is so beautiful how, you know, I don't see any of the cards when I'm shuffling. I take all cards face down. I put this I get the card like this and I put this one on top, but the others, I don't even see them. I see all your cards as I'm showing them to you. And just look at how beautifully just adds up. And this is what is so beautiful about this tarot reading that I've seen right from the beginning. This is so connected. They're all from different decks, okay? Except for the tarot, of course. But just look at this. So there is something which will not come to you immediately, but you're being asked not to give up. So whether it is when you're trying to have a baby and it's not happening, do not give up. It's going to happen. All right. If you feel that this relationship is not happening and this person is not showing interest and the family has said no or whatever, and you feel it's a 10 of Swords moment, you've been, you know, things are not worked out and you feel betrayed, hang in there. Ask for help from your friends. It's going to happen. The 2 of Cups is coming. You're going to get your 10 of Cups. You're going to have a great career. Everything's going to work out perfectly for you. But you've got to stay positive, have that vision, and be in the moment and stand your ground. Everything that you want, pile number 6, is going to come to you in 2022. Or you will sow seeds for the same and it will come to you. All right, just keep that vision, stand your ground and stay positive. And with that, I come to the end of your reading. Your predictions for 2022, pile number 6. Wish you a very happy 2022. with all that you want. Hope your vision is clear and every single thing comes to you, whatever you want. All right. And till we meet again, stay good, stay happy. And I'll meet you in January with your Jan and Feb predictions. All right. That's it for now. Bye-bye.